What do we got going on here?
What we got going on here, Alex, is it's a two-man operation.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is, you're going to grab this applewood chip, get over here,
Uh-huh.
and pour some on top of this coal.
What do you think these cigar ashes are going to taste like?
Oh, they're going to taste really good.
All right, cool.
Grab the,
All right, so as I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, and I've realized the right thing to do here is go to West Marine and buy a whole new rural shower bilge, which is what I did. While this one is bigger than the one they sell, it's Swiss cheese. I don't think it always had a rural pump, or maybe a different rural pump, so there's multiple holes under that pump and float switch that don't do anything anymore, which someone tried to patch with silicone, and it subsequently leaked and rotted out the base plate below it. So I'm going to redo it all. New base plate, new shower bilge, everything. It's just the right thing to do. Here's the new setup. Ended up actually using the hacksaw on aisle 4 to open up one of the extra ports because the air conditioner from below the air conditioner that's below that right there that cools this room and the forward stateroom, that dumps out in the corner there in the upper right. So I had to knock that out, and all right, here we go. Here goes nothing. All right, after a few trips to West, I think I got it figured out. I got what I think is the refrigerator drain and the forward AC drain into a T. Those are 5/8 inner diameter. Now, the shower pump or shower sump came with 3/4 barb as its smallest. It comes with a bunch of different fittings here, but the 3/4 is the smallest. So I've got 3/4 inner diameter on that black pipe, which comes from the shower. The one to the right of the black pipe, that reinforced clear, that's 3/4, that's outbound. So the only thing I need to do now is take those two 5/8 IDs and get them to 3/4, and then dump them into that shower bilge. And that's the fun I'm having right now. I went ahead and remade that platform that the shower sump sits on top of. I made it slightly larger and out of a thicker material. This is 3/4 ply. I'm going to go ahead and epoxy this and then paint it, and that should do it. All right, all I have to do now is vacuum and wipe up a few things, and that'll conclude this project. I put a terminal block in, and then put the new shower bilge in, added a light with a switch, since that's always hot, and then rebuilt this base and epoxied it. Should last forever. So gotta get to cleaning. Well, it's Friday, April 7th. I stopped by the boathouse. I got 21 days until I go in. No one's in yet. All right, it's the end of March. They moved me outside. He still has to finish up the rub rail. they had to leave it off to get it out the door because with my rub rail, I'm just too wide. I'm over 14 wide with that on, and his door is exactly 14. So in order to get me in and out, the rub rail has to be off at the widest point in the boat. So he's gonna do that. He's gonna bed it and put an all new rail on all the way around, and that should be done in the next few weeks here. There's the new platform looking all nice. So April 28th, that's my day to go in. Here's the new subwoofer box for the cockpit. You can see we had to hog that area out to get around the breather for the gas tank. This, I think right here, that's to get around the gas filler. This is all the stuff that's going on behind the cockpit panels on the boat. The subwoofer magnet was so massive that we actually had to like bump that out on the side right here. And I'll show you what that looks like on the inside. So that's all thickened epoxy, and TC went at that with a grinder and sandpaper and hogged that out. That's all to accommodate the subwoofer. There's about 1/8 of an inch between there and the magnet of the subwoofer, but I recently ordered some 3/4 inch thick spacers for, there it is, 3/4 inch spacer for the sub, so that'll get me nearly 1 inch off the back of that wall. That's the new 12-inch JL Audio marine sub that lights up blue. That was a pretty penny from West Marine. But yeah, so TC is he's been epoxying this and glassing it. This thing's going to be a tank when it's done, and completely waterproof. When we're all done, we'll recover it with foam and vinyl and put it back in the boat. I was never happy with the performance of that 10-inch woofer I put in before, so this 12 should be way better. All right, so here's the start of the new battery box. This is going to hold 4 31 group batteries. The original battery box, it held 4 24s, but when I upgraded to 31s, I lost a battery. So this should give me that 4th battery back. The joints have thickened West System epoxy, and every 3 inches I placed a number 10 screw. So this thing's 3/4 inch ply as well. So this is it's going to be bomb proof, hopefully. Here's the new battery box. It's taller, longer, and I did put this on a hinge. It's made out of sanded furniture ply, 2 coats of West Systems epoxy, 2 coats of Interlux Interprotect 2-part epoxy. So this thing should live forever. All right, so here's my technique that I use on the boat. If you look at it, it's actually pretty shiny, but I still buff it every year. I don't go crazy. But step one, I'll usually grab some spray detailer. Where did I put it? Oh, over here. I'll get some spray detailer from AutoZone or whatever, and I come over here and I'll wet it down, and then I'll go over the whole hull side with microfiber. You want to get all the dust and debris and dirt, spider webs, you want all that gone before you start buffing on that. That type of thing will, that small step, a seemingly small step, will make a big difference in the end. You're basically taking and grinding in dirt or whatever sort of environmental fallout is on the side of your boat if you don't. So what I'm going to do right now is go through and wipe it all down, get all the dust and debris off of it, and then I'm going to come through with this 3M medium. I got this from West, but I also have Meguiar's 205. The boat seems to like both of those. And then after that, I put Colonite on top, 925. This is a 3M yellow polishing pad. And this is my Milwaukee cordless rotary buffer. I've got 2 of the big batteries for it. And that'll usually get me one of the hull sides, start to finish. And then that'll give me time to take a little break for lunch. You'll always want to put the Colonite in the sun. It'll loosen it up some and make it easier to work with. This is the Meguiar's product. I bounce between sometimes this number 67 one step. It's a pretty light polishing compound. They say it has wax in it. It doesn't. It may be some trace amounts of wax, but I always put this Colonite over the top. And I think the results speak for themselves. All right, I got it spray detailed and wiped down, all the debris off of it, and we're ready to go. Ready to start buffing and waxing. All right, not so bad. That's after just a quick pass. Yellow pad and Meguiar 67 and Colonite after. So it turned out pretty good. It usually does. All right, I got the navy blue bottom paint done, as is tradition, and she's shined up. That's a quick pass with the buffer and Colonite. Got both sides done. Looking good. All right, I got the bottom paint done on the transom as much as I want. This boat has a lot of bottom paint on it in some spots. The first 12 feet on the bow, I've taken down all the way to gel coat, and it was a lot of work, but I did it. My next goal for next year is to remove all of the bottom paint above the chines here, all the way back, and strip as much as I can off the transom. I'm not sure why, but the previous owner painted all this. But I want to take all this back down to stainless steel again. So that's next year's goal. All right, so over the winter, we got all new teak installed here. And while it is bedded somewhat. I got to go around the edge here with 4000 UV. So I got it all taped off right now. And next step is to tool it out and pull the tape. So let's get going on that.
Everything's gotta be done the hard way around here. This fucker still don't want to.
Well, never done this before, but I turned it around in my well to make it easier to work on. So got to remove all the old teak and all of this hardware because I'm replacing it with this plastique pulpit with the faux teak and holly, and I will never ever have to do anything with it again. All right, I'm up in front of my V-berth here, and I need to remove all of this. That's the motor for the windlass. That hardware up there, all the way forward, that is the anchor roller. All this has to come out, so it's all encased in shmoo from the factory, and I gotta kind of figure this out. If you've ever wondered how to remove these plugs, the way that I've been doing it is to drill a small pilot hole smack dab in the middle of each one of these plugs, and then you take a screw and then by hand you run it down, and then it'll eventually make contact with the screw below it, and then start pushing the plug out, and it seems to work pretty good. All right, this is where I'm going to leave it for today. But yeah, I've been basically drilling a small pilot hole in the center of the plug, then driving another screw down on top, and it's been working pretty good. I don't have a tripod or anything with me today, but I'll try and set something up so you guys can see the actual process. But getting all this through bolted hardware through, oh man, this is gonna be fun. I don't even know where to start with all this. What are we doing?
We have to sharpen the craziest knife for the craziest steak.
What do we got?
I mean, show the people.
Oh, that's 3.76 pound tomahawk. Oh, okay. No big deal.
Biggest steak Lodka's ever brought out.
No big deal. Mikhail's Meats and Motors.
Look how juicy it is, dude. That's straight up prime rib.
Wow. Successful weekend. Mikhail's Meats and Motors.
Very successful.
This is what we call bonus boating. It's October 3rd, Lake St. Clair. It just happened to be 83 out. What are you doing?
A little roofing action.
We're doing roof beers?
Roof beers, baby.
Huh?
All right, one more nail. One more nail. Let's set this somewhere in the corner over here.
All right. So 2023, I didn't do as much boating as I normally do. I still put 60 hours on the boat, but the first few years I was averaging around 100. But all things considered, that's not bad considering I travel for a living now. So Most of the time I'm on the road launching new vehicles for Ford Motor Company. Some of you may know I'm a manufacturing engineer by trade, but the boating thing is actually secondary. I'm still pretty happy with the swim platform. The quality isn't quite what the swimplatforms.com one is, but if you're on a budget, it gets by. There's a whole video I made about the things that are not ideal about this, so go ahead and check that out. This whole situation is still holding up great. We did that, I think, in June, and it's a part of the boat that really needed some love and attention. Other than that, just keeping her clean. The covered well helps out a lot, keeping it shiny. Canvas is still holding up. It's a little dirty. This time of year, actually, believe it or not, this cottonwood shows back up again in the fall randomly. There's a cottonwood tree across from our marina here. In the springtime, it gets real bad, and then it goes away, and then here we are again. So that's that. I just need to do some cleaning now, pull a bunch of stuff off the boat that doesn't need to be here, and start winterizing, because tomorrow morning we've got a date with a crane. All right, the final journey down the Clinton River. Well, up the Clinton River. Going to Boat Works to get hauled out for the winter. All right, here we are, Boat Works, Harrison Township, Michigan. Today I got to get all the canvas down and put away nicely. That means I got to take everything off the bed, the forward berth. All this I'm going to try and clean before I lay it down, put towels in between the strata glass. And that's it. That's my goal for today. I'm going to have to leave this up until I know that they're coming to shrink wrap it. But in the meantime, I got to get everything prepped and ready to go. Last year I used the couch in the salon to pull it out and lay all these on there, but I can't this year because of the broken pipe, which I will bring you up to speed on now. So the problem is when I turn the water system on, behind the head, behind the toilet here, there's this fiberglass molded tub, and you can literally hear spraying against the back of that wall. I don't know if it's like the main freshwater feed, if it's for the toilet, if it's for what, but I do know that it's back there, and it's likely that this is all going to have to come out so that I can get to it. It's right around here. So that's going to be the wintertime project, one of the big ones. I've been meaning to get the head done. I'm not in love with this flooring, but it did allow me to create a pattern. So we'll cut out some other type of flooring. It's going to have to be some sort of engineered material. It can't be this teak and holly. It'll never work in here. Anything's better than the carpet that they used. So that'll be that. That's what I'm up to. Well, Can't get much more convenient than this. There she is. They got to come back and put 2 more stands under it, but that building right there with the stripe on it, that's West Marine. Can't get any more convenient than that, huh?